Hey guys, hey, how you guys are doing? I'm going to try to be a little lower with my voice because my husband's doing schoolwork and he has an important test coming up and I need to make sure that he's not really disturbed. So if you're wondering why I'm not like, yeah, you guys doing, you'll just have to turn me up, girl. I'm wearing one of my shirts that Michelle gave me.
Hashtag still not naked.
One of my shirts that Michelle gave me when I was staying with her because I was thinking about her this morning and how much I miss her and how much I wish I could have coffee with her again. I think Weight Loss Surgery Foundation of America's things like this weekend or next weekend. Maybe next weekend. I don't know. I'm not going, so I guess it didn't matter to me, but I know a lot of you are, and I can't wait to see all the pictures and all the video and, you know, whatever you guys get into. I'm super excited to see how it went for you. So YouTube did something weird. So my video, I think 2 or 3 days ago, was me talking about oversized caskets and being super morbidly obese and dying. Well, they demonetized that video. Now let me tell you what demonetizing means. Monetizing means that they will put ads on your video so that when somebody watches it and clicks on the ad or watches part of the ad, you get little bits of money. So that's how we as YouTube creators get paid, is when people watch the ads, we get more money, the more of the ads you watch, etc., etc., etc. Well, when they demonetize it, that means that they have seen that video is not suitable for advertiser-friendly material. So even though I contacted them and I was like, why was this video about death when you're super morbidly obese, not advertiser-friendly? And they didn't really go into it. They gave me the legal mumble jumbo of, well, you know, here, if you want more information, look at all this happy horse shit. So YouTube is really, really cracking down on the stuff that they allow creators to talk about, and that makes me a little sad, but I'm not going to stop. You know, I might have to be a little more careful about what I talk about, but that's censoring me, and that makes me sad in general. But luckily, you guys get me live, so if for something like that you really want to talk about, you can always come to the little live feeds, which, by the way, I will be going live tonight at 6 PST. I keep saying that because I feel like somebody's going to be like, it's Eastern, 6 Eastern, why aren't you on? No, I'm California time on the West Coast, so 6 PST for me might be like 9 o'clock Eastern, something like that, 8 o'clock, somewhere. We don't time around this channel, because know that. I might have mathed once, but I won't admit it. So, no. Ringo, no. Go lay down. I swear to God, like when I finally get ready to do stuff, like that's when the dogs want to come and sit in my lap. No. Go lay down. I'm like, I have a laptop in my lap, and then I have the tripod, and then I have my phone, and the dog's like, so you're not really doing anything probably. Let's just sit in your lap now. Bless you. Let's sit in your lap right now. So another thing that I thought I would talk about is this lady on Instagram this morning asked me about malabsorption with the gastric bypass. This is something that I have touched on many times, but I will touch on it again because I'm going through it right now. Pain medication for me does not work the way it did before I had surgery, and it also has to do with your weight. So somebody who weighs a lot more might need more medication than somebody who doesn't weigh a lot more, just like anesthesia. It works like that in anesthesia. When you are yay big, let me just put it that way, when you are bigger, depending on your weight, you have to have more anesthesia than somebody who doesn't weigh as much as you. It also has to do with, like, you know, your body chemistry and your genetics and like how your body processes things, like how good your your liver is, how well your kidneys are working. There's a lot of different factors, but most overweight people have fatty liver. I'm not saying all, I'm saying most people. I definitely do. I probably still do. I know that every time that I go and get my liver enzymes done, they're always slightly elevated. Not enough for them to do anything about it, but slightly elevated, which tells me that I'm probably not processing as much fat in my diet as I could if my liver was nice and healthy. So that's something that you may want to take into consideration if you are going for a gastric bypass or a DS, is that if something were to happen where you are in severe pain, or you break a bone or something like that, where you need constant medication, like if you have fibromyalgia or any of that other stuff, you might not be able to get your pain under control as easily as somebody who had the sleeve, or somebody who didn't have surgery at all. So that's a really important thing for me to talk about, because I'm going through that right now. I have to have, so let's take my mother-in-law and let's take me. Okay, my mother-in-law weighs like 150 pounds. Okay, no big deal. I weigh 310 pounds. So obviously I'm double her weight. So I weigh twice as much as she does. So I weigh 150 pounds more-ish. And let's say, okay, so let's put 2 and 2. Okay, so we're going to put these together. So my mother-in-law has the same kind of back issues I do. She's got degenerative disc disease. She has lower lumbar issues. She has sciatica issues. She's got mild scoliosis like I do. I don't know. I don't understand why I'm mild scoliosis. So she has a lot of the same issues that I do. So here's how that works. For her, taking one Flexeril, one 10 milligram Flexeril will knock her on her ass and she'll go to sleep, right? I could take one Flexeril and won't even know that I took it. It won't even register to my body that I even bothered. So let's start with Norco. She can take one 5 milligram Norco. That's 5 milligrams, and she will be completely out of pain, feeling great, happy. She's like, oh man, I feel awesome. I can take 4. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can take 4 Norcos at once and feel barely anything, because my body is different. The way I absorb medication is different. The way I would have to take that is that I would either have to crush it up, I would have to chew it, and nobody want to chew them things, let me tell you. Dissolve it in water. There are different ways to do it, and that's why when I take medication, I take the liquid hydrocodone. So I got a whole big bunch in here, and if I need it, I take the liquid. Now, I'm not telling everybody that you need to run out to your doctor and tell them, oh, I've had gastric bypass, I've had da-da-da-da-da, I have all this stuff, I have to have the liquid version of whatever, because you're probably not going to get it. Your body might be completely different as mine, and I hope it does. I hope your body is nowhere near as annoying as mine is, because my mother, okay, so I'm not talking about my mother-in-law, I'm talking about my actual mother now. My mother has a lot of issues with pain medication at all. So she gets severely sick on just a teeny tiny little minute microscopic amount. So that, it really depends on how much you weigh, what kind of issues you have, what kind of pain you're in, what kind of medications you're given. So I really just kind of wanted to kind of touch on that it Sorry about that. One of the dogs needed to go potty. It might be a little chopped because what I was trying to say, I was distracted. I was squirrel mode because the dog kept jumping up here wanting to go to the bathroom. So what I was trying to say is that if you have pain issues, you may want to really sit down with your doctor, go over like a pain management type, if you're going to have weight loss surgery, or you're going to have a big surgery coming up, or something that you're worried about, I would sit and talk to your doctor about it. Excuse me. And come up with a plan. Come up with a plan of, okay, well, if this medicine doesn't work, what are we going to try next? If this medicine doesn't work, what can we try next? If for all intents and purposes, if none of these medications work, how are we going to treat me? You know, I love my pain management specialist, but I know that when Matthew gets out of the military, I'm not going to have him. So the next pain management specialist I have might not be awesome. He may just be like, well, you know, I don't agree with what your pain management specialist was doing for you, so we're going to start you on this, or we're not going to give you, you know, what you were taking. You never know. So it's important to document. It is important to talk to your doctor and make sure that everything is written down. It is important to research yourself. Please, God, research stuff yourself. If you think that this medicine that you are taking now has side effects that you are uncomfortable with and they're not going away, you know, and you don't want to take like 4 or 5 other medications to combat that one side effect, you have to be able to advocate for yourself. You must speak up, because you know, we're only here for a short time on earth, and why live it miserably? Why would you want to be completely and utterly miserable when all you really have to do is sit down with somebody and be like, you know, this is how I am with people. I'm like, you and me, buddy, okay, we're going to be on the same page by the time I leave this office. So I just want to make sure that, you know, because a lot of you that are overweight come and tell me that you have all of these issues and you're worried about getting a gastric bypass, or you're worried about the sleeve because you can't take NSAIDs, because you can't. So once you make that hop over, you can forget about taking any kind of anti-inflammatories, because you're not allowed. And I have seen what ulcers do. No bueno. Not worth it. No ma'am. So I would really, really suggest, guys, you sit down with your doctors and you come up with a plan beforehand. And if you have any other questions tonight, 6 o'clock, I will be here. I hope you guys will join me. I love your beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. And as always, I will talk to you very, 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 very soon. Mwah. Bye.